Hello and welcome to another episode, not just any episode, the last episode of the Good Energy Squad for 2025. The GES podcast, where it all started with a fun idea of bringing people together, spreading good energy, and become a community. And this dream of mine started in 2023, and I am so proud that I am still here recording for you all. And my guest has been nothing but amazing. And of course, I'm going to end with a bang. And today, for the new listeners that missed our previous episode, I'm going to let my goddess, divine feminine, co creator, and business partner introduce herself.
I'm Kai. My business is becoming, and what I do is bring you into the heart. When people speak of something higher, higher power, God, you always see him looking up. And what I do is remind you that that creator is in your own heart, that source. And so looking within and really feeling your own heartbeat, you develop a sense of self, a sense of worth, a sense of purpose. And it's not just the mind running, telling you what you are, and, making up an image from, past experiences, but it's really what you are right now, because the present moment is this body. It is this heartbeat. It is everything that you can sense around you. So I get people to really become themselves in the present moment.
Becoming. How did that name came to you, Kai? Because everything that we do, I want people to understand is downloads. It just either comes on a dream. To me, it was on a vision. Good energy, I don't expect anybody to see it. It was told to me, yes, just say yes to yourself, Pauline, because we use the G as a Y in Spanish.
Yeah.
So we say that. How I know this name to you, become, is beautiful, came to you.
Well, I noticed years ago that everything that I put my whole self into, my mind, my body, my spirit, I was becoming that. And so that was the way that I grew so much, is that I would place myself in nature and I would become the water. And then I would become the bird and I would see through the bird's eyes. And then I'd become the wind and I would have this clarity. And so I had this practice of becoming everything that I wished to be. And then it just one day I was like, I need to change my tag. And it used to be like scheduled escapism because, I'd get on my phone and it'd be like, I'm escaping the world, so I need to do this at a certain time. Now
That
it's a
is so
purpose.
funny that you say that. When you say skip, I never knew your previous name. I met you obviously at your becoming because we align. I think that you align with people when you're their mirrors and we're ready for that elevation and you're ready
Yeah.
to you manifested me. And I don't think people know that letter that you wrote in 2022 on my birthday. It was on my birthday, July 7th of 2022. You basically described us and what we were going to be doing in a very elevated, mature way of you because you were what, a baby?
Yeah, I don't remember how old I was in
A
2022.
baby.
3 years ago? Almost 4 years ago?
Yeah. And what when we say
20,
escaping and
20?
scheduling, yeah, you were what, 20, underage?
19, 20? I think 19 or
Already,
20.
already talking about a 40-year-old. I was in my 30s, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Like I told you, my awakening came late. My awakening came at 39 when I realized I was not happy. And that's when you kind of look around and realize that it's your responsibility to exit. And I want to be very clear here and explain people that to us, at least to me, the matrix is not a place. It's not a place that you can touch, that you're living in. It's to me, it's a psychological trauma bond with the fear inside of you that controls you.
Mm-hmm.
because the fear is what controls you. That's how I view the matrix, and that's how I escaped it or realizes that it existed, because it was my trauma and my fear of, living my old versions of myself, not evolving, playing that rat race in the corporate world, in the fitting in world. And then the way you escape it, to me, was healing the attachment that I had to all these things, to my paycheck, to society, to what would they say, to being the perfect wife, to making everybody happy but myself. And by healing my wounds, I reclaim my power and my energy and my attention back to where it matters, which is what Kai does. You're back to self. Back to
Mm-hmm.
self. Your energy and your attention should be inward.
So what you just described is so empowering. Like the matrix being the your own web that you're stuck in that is made out of fear. It's like recognizing that and coming into it. That's such an empowering perspective because when you own it, when you see that it's from within, you have the power to change it. Yeah, so I have a lot of respect for the way that you move your mind into a way that leads your body and your vibration into greatness and purpose.
And energy, again, at the end of the day, it's all energy and frequencies. And I think you've discovered that, as you go, that wow, you are the energy that you put out, and you create your reality through energy. Not, you can think all you want, but if you don't have the intention and the actions, and then you and I are very aware of integration. Because when we
Oh
were
yeah.
planning this event, as for everybody that doesn't know, and if you're new here or you're just going to start listening in 2026, we do moon events, which is what brought us together. Kai is also certified yoga teacher. So she does fantastic movement, but I think she's more of a tantric healer. Her yoga is very feminine, and I like that. I do, but you had men doing things on my events too. How do you explain the way you teach your movements, your yoga? What do you call that?
Embodied.
Embodied.
Embodied. It's not so much of teaching and telling somebody what to do and them just following it. I really want them to become their senses, to know themselves in anything that we're going through. So whether it be a movement or a meditation, like a visualization, or something more intimate, well, one, yeah, we can. Well, I would say like breath work and
You put
what do we?
crystals on me and the floor where we were selenite, and the other powerful one when we did a session at Flat Rock. That was a one-on-one.
Yeah, the going like what was hanging on in my mind is like the deeper beliefs, but because that's my main what I really want to be doing is
Okay.
going down into the psyche in the most safe way for people to really recognize their own beliefs because that is like there's core memories around the belief that if we can get to, we'll be able to rewire and
Right.
change their lives. But on the surface level, whenever I do groups with people, it is that embodiment of what does my dance look like right now? Where can I put my energy and feel deeply into it?
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. I've seen your dances, and I'm like, Shakira, who? And this girl has grown a booty. I don't know what you're wearing right now, but I was going to tell you to get up. She did not have that ass. I don't know if it's the good energy sass that she got on. All of a sudden, she has a big booty. She's rocking her G.E.S. She could be an athlete now. I don't know what she's doing other than congratulations. Welcome to eating meat again. I I did an entire meal in your honor yesterday because I saw you post one time a steak with the eggs, and it was so wholesome. And from somebody, how was that experience? I'm sure there's people out there that are vegans and they're considering, what was that transition to you? To me, that's huge, because the last podcast we had, you were a vegan and now you're meat eater. How was that
Well,
to
yeah.
you in your new version on becoming?
Well, my body was calling for it so much. Like I had experienced, I was plant-based for 8 years, eight
Wow.
years,
Wow.
and it was nice, I think, and during my time of it, but I had a lot of inflammation. Not to say that it was that diet's fault, but my body was just like, I think I need this. And I just was thinking about it all the time, and I was looking at it more closely, and I started doing some research, and I was like, yeah, my body is saying yes to this. So it was a 2-week transition from plant-based into eating just meat for a month. And it was pretty easy. Like the transition was nice. My body reacted very kindly to it because I listened and I didn't just go straight into it. I did that transition.
Slowly. Well, your
Yeah.
body looks fantastic. So eat meat. The problem is that my body asks for dick the whole time, and that's a problem. I can't be listening to my body. I, I don't know who is inside of me, what demon we have to exercise, but it's a very horny demon inside of me. I don't think it's a demon. I think it's positive. What do you call that, Kai? When people are very sexual, is there a saying for the spiritual world?
People who are very sexual, I mean very alive, because sexual energy is life force energy in a very potent form. So if you have a lot of sexual energy, you're just very alive, very
Like
passionate.
alive.
You have a lot of
I
energy,
need to,
yes.
I need to masturbate every day. I say it all the time. Dick is not enough these days, and I'm happily married, but I will still say it. I am just always craving, and I do protect that energy because they say that's when you manifest the most. I'm telling you right now, that energy of excitement, because again, fear, excitement, when you're creating, when you're feeling, when you're releasing, you're attracting. You attract when you're enjoying yourself, when you're in the most happy, when you're doing things that make you happy. I think you're one of those persons. Kai is the one that would text me the day before, you want to go cold plunge. I was like, ma'am, I am a senior citizen. I will get
No.
probably hypothermia. And, and she tells me 5 hours prior to go cold plunge in the river when I will need to bring my cozy, warmy socks. I need to be prepared with heat warmers. I have rainers to see. She don't, and I'm just not even complaining. I'm just embracing my age, man. But she's young, beautiful, and wild. What other things you've been doing that you're trying to get me to break my legs?
Um, I don't know. I'm trying to get everybody out in nature, really. Just,
I'm
oh
down.
yeah, there's for the solstice, we went out by the water. We did some fire, dancing, and prayers, and I'm trying to get everybody to do this. And I've been standing on business about it
You
because
have.
like I feel so called every day. There's no way that I'm gonna feel charged enough if I don't plug in. If I don't sit on the earth and let it charge me up. It's like I know that I'm not gonna be happy. So every day I'm getting out there on the ground, in the wind, in the sun, next to the
In the
water.
cold, in the
Yes.
cold, in the heat. This girl was free. It was freezing, I remember. And also, I think for your birthday, you did something like that, right? On
Yeah.
July. That's nice
Yeah,
weather.
back in June.
And she invites, yeah, yeah, she's Cancer like me. That's why we're glowing. Sorry. Sorry, other signs. This is just being a Cancer water, beautiful sign. We like to be in the water. I like the tub. I'm more like a, manifesting the Ritz for me every night. But I will say, she's 100,000% right. And this is in every book, behavioral health science, neuroscience, even the doctor. This is a little sneak peek. If you listen to this, one of the speakers at the TEDx will be speaking, and she's a doctor, and she says we spend so much time inside, claustrophobic, in our thoughts, wasting beautiful creation, calming time. Go out and walk. and she makes us get out of the thing. This is just a sneaky peek. And you have to move your body, and you have to be outside, and you have to get fresh air. She used to walk in like middle of the cold in the eyes home. I would be like, oh no, get on a bus, get an Uber. Who walks in those degrees? She said that was the most good she felt when you walking
Mhm.
outside. What is your
Yeah.
connection? What do you think when we talk about nature? What does it do for you? So you can get our listeners to go out there with you. What does it give you?
It is every resource you need, anything that you need. It is so rich with synchronicities, with messages, with sensations that your body is just waiting to receive at all times. So as soon as you get out in nature, you have that idea. Or you feel that deep emotion that's been wanting to be heard and seen, and then there's something around that can, you know, help you move through it in some type of way. Like she is the ultimate mother, being in nature.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I'm always complaining about her because the weather goes crazy. Lately, Christmas was hot, and you can't control Mother Nature. So that just tells you how powerful she is. Out of everything we can control, weather is not one of them. I think we can control time because it's not real. I think everything else is not real. But when it comes to air, nature, everything, you got no control over it. You don't have control, but you control what you do with your time.
Hmm.
You control what you do with your everyday routine. But the minute that you have that connection, I will say when I do hug a tree, I do feel instantly aware. Do you think plants or trees are more powerful? Do you have a favorite?
I think they're all very curious.
Mm, yeah.
I think they'll all be very happy to hug you and to feel you nearby, unless you come around with disrespect, of course.
Yeah,
But
no.
what you were saying about the weather also, if you're that connected, if you go out in nature every day and you really connect with the element, you develop a relationship with it, it will truly consider you. And you start to pray and the winds will change for you. You start to pray and the tides will change for you.
Yeah, we proven it on both of our moon events. It was raining, pouring. It stops for the event, and then we get soaked again. It's like we wash off before and after we start those events. But the moment the event is happening, Mother Nature said, no rain, then make it rain.
She's like, I'll let you have the spotlight.
Yeah, let's have this little
I'll sit
spotlight
down
because
for a second.
we're outside. I was thinking about that too. She's like, I like you guys out here. And then we get soaked up after everybody leaves, but at least the show is done. And it's not like we put our energy in, and I think that 2026 has so many good things for us, which is very exciting to see you evolve. Ever since we met, I went to Kai's first. She's done a lot of solo classes at Art of Yoga Columbus. She just told me she's going to do a retreat. I did look into it. It's very exciting. I want to start G.E.S retreat. So all of this is like pointing at me, telling me your idea is right. You can do it. People are doing it. You can do it. We're doing it, right? And it all started with our winter solstice. And I went to your class. Congratulations. It was a very successful class. And I think you had one before where it was just a me, promise. What was the one we did before that? It was it new moon?
The new moon in Scorpio. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And now we did what it's called, which is crazy because I told you I was calling that something too, sacred remembering.
Hmm.
So basically, if we can summarize what we did that day on your class, what was your whole vision for that day? What was the purpose of a sacred remembering?
The shebang. It's remembering what is already in you. So what we did was we went into our own inventory, which is always within the body. Oh, my cat's up here now.
Oh, super spiritual, by the way. Cats are beyond spiritual.
My baby. Yeah, so we went through each chakra, and we have these beautiful memories of being safe and being passionate and being courageous, loving, authentic. We have memories of like being able to really break through whenever we feel lost, and we've all experienced something of the sort. So it's just an act of remembering that. Because if you don't remember it and you're not moving that energy through your body, then you're not being the magnet to attract that same energy, which usually comes from blocks. Because you get into the feeling of safety, you get into your root chakra, and if you're there, and maybe some memories will come back of when you were unsafe and when you were
Mm.
scared. And so that's usually a block, which I help people overcome too. But what you want to do is remember. So you run that energy through your body, that safety or that courage. We were laughing a lot in there. We were pulling in lots of joy. And so we were becoming the magnet to attract all the blessings that we wish to become. We were
Yeah, and I
using that energy, that feeling
felt it. I
to
felt it because
manifest.
you had us saying, I am here for you. That's what I wrote for myself, obviously. To feel you, to see you, and to know you. And I think that was
Yes.
beautiful. I wrote it down. I was like, okay, I'm here for me. And then a lot of times we show up to these events, including my moon events or yoga or the gym, looking for the answer outside. So by you starting to telling me that I was there for me, not to prove anything or not to become, that I was already doing this for me, I was like, oh, okay, this is all about me. I chose this for me. I don't know why I think I do things for something other than my own healing. Oh, it's all healing. It's always taking care of those wounds that people think they're healed. And sneak peek, this is on my speech. If you don't heal your wounds, you repeat your wounds, and then you're in a loop. And I put that on big bold letters on my slide because this is the reason why Kai and I are here and you're seeing us. This is your sign to get help, to get guidance, to heal those wounds, or you're going to repeat it for another 9 years. We don't want you to have those karmic cycles anymore. It's time to close the loop. How many times now it's so funny now that I'm aware and awake and conscious that I see somebody was like, oh, you're this person from 5 years ago. Like, I already know. It's like, it's repeating. The lesson is coming back until I chose different. It's a different person, but it's the same fucking message. So until you act different on that, it's going to reappear in different forms and shapeshifters. And you also had to say how much we do love our lives, how much we love everything, and say things that we love, right? Your work, um, what we're gonna see ourselves that we love. And the most important to me over your ritual that we did or guided becoming, and not only all the gratitude and how much I just love my life and how much I am cherished and things that we love about ourselves, which is always nice to remember, sacred remember how many good things already are inside of you. It's when you said, write that thing that you don't want it, right? Well, how was that
Mhm.
part? How did you guide that part? Because I'm reading it, but I don't remember what you said for me to write that.
Yeah, the part where we all
One
have,
thing.
well, maybe we all do, maybe we don't, but if you think of something that whenever you think of it, you tense up, or you want to run away from it, or you want to fight it, something that you've been putting off, or something that really needs your attention, but you don't want to deal with it, maybe, whatever it may be, the emotion behind it, write that down and feel into that. And then we did the exercise where we went up and remembered feelings of safety and all the beautiful things that build on top of that foundation. And then we called in memories from the future that were being gifted to you right now so that you can manifest that vision that you had been writing about. And then the last question was, what is this about this one thing that makes me feel tense that I don't want to deal with? What is the one thing that I need to remember? What is the one thing that I need to remember about this situation?
Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote it because I've been avoiding it all year. I did not learn, and I'm going to say it out loud. This is my podcast, and I'm very blunt. I wrote that the biggest thing I have not addressed all year was boundaries. I have not set any boundaries to others with my time, my
Mm-hmm.
space, and my energy. And I wrote that in my future, and it's already here because I brought it, I will be respected to do it, and it no longer will trigger me. When someone is trying to steal my joy or my time, and I know I have to protect it now more than ever because my energy is exclusive and expensive, and I have to be focused on my purpose so I can. Boundaries is something that Pauline doesn't know because Pauline was just in a way kind of a people pleaser, and I also thought when you're searching love outside of yourself, you do things that it's not that you don't want to do them, but you feel like the need because you don't want to ever become the people that hurt you. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So many times, because we're so hurt, we try to overcompensate and we end up hurting ourselves more. And it's a learning process. How many times have you done things you should have said no just to make, you know, somebody else feel loved? Very fine line. So that's what's been bugging me. That was bugging me all year. And I finally said enough. I can't give a fuck about what other, if I trigger someone, how I act because I'm protecting myself, that is, I am a mirror for them to grow. That's another thing I want to touch base. To me, if anything that happens in your life bothers you, that it's an emotional intelligent person means you have something to work inside you.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody, honey, should have that much power to tell you or make you feel any kind of way about yourself.
With you talking about boundaries, I do want to share this beautiful visualization that comes with it because when people think boundaries, sometimes they think armor. Like I have to have this shell around me that keeps me from ever getting hurt and or things of the sort. But I just want it for anybody who's watching this. We don't want to be like a clam. We don't want to be locked away from the outside world, locked away from love, because whatever tendency you might have or what you've experienced in the past, I don't want them in. I don't want somebody to have the opportunity to hurt me. That's something that I've dealt with before. But by doing this, you're stopping yourself from experiencing the joy of life and the flow and the connectedness. So I want to give a different visual, which is if you closed your eyes and imagined at your core, there was this solid knowing, this core. That is where you want the toughness at. And then all around you, imagine this waving, juicy energy, like a apricot or a peach. You have that core in the middle, and then all around you, you have this flowing energy. And this way, when somebody comes in, you feel it. You feel yourself, okay? You know, it's closer to me. How am I feeling? And then you have that certainty of like, okay, well, I feel that this is safe for me, or you discern, or it's not safe for me. You make a decision there. But a lot of the time, as you have this practice of allowing something a little closer, being with yourself, that's when you really have the opportunity to set the boundary. It's not before you even know them. It's not before you even know the situation. Because how are you gonna set a boundary with something that you don't know if it's for you or not? So you do let it in and you sense it with your whole body, with your whole aura. And then that intuition is like, okay, this is where you want to be close to, this is where you want to go, or it's not. And then you move from there.
I think that what people don't understand, and I think you do your own job, right? You don't have a steady, are you hired by anyone or you make your own? Because I know you were working at different places. Are you now entrepreneur only?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay.
Yep,
So
I don't go to a building to work.
yeah, to 9 to 5. So when I obviously detached from that in April, obviously everything changed in my dynamic of doing things, and my time is obviously even more consumed in my vision, in myself, in protecting me and what we do every day, put ourselves first and go inward. How long does it take you your morning routine? Because mine are an hour and a half. So nobody has access for me until I'm done with my meditation. Like those moments are sacred. And because I was letting people in, it was disrupting. This is how I'm saying it. And you're right. I'm not a clam. I'm not a cunt. I'm not a bitch. But if I am not safe in my purpose and in my wholeness, in me, in my center, then everything falls down. And we're creating something so beautiful. And unless you're in this journey of self employment and self growth, you wouldn't understand. You think that you can have access to us because we're beautiful. Our energy is beautiful and people want to have access to us, obviously, especially those that have known us and they love us and they known us all the time. But I'm not on a desk job in my phone glued, being able to watch reels. That's not who I am anymore. And that's okay. That's who I was though. And I accept it. I was at one point available to do all those things. Not anymore. What do you think of the theory, Kai, where I believe that every night we die and in the morning you get the chance to rebirth and choose your narrative and create your reality by being present in that day as it starts. That's why it's so important to be present and not let your energy leak all around it.
Mm. And those boundaries, they can be broken within yourself too. Because me personally, it's like, yes, I have a morning routine, but there's always it just seems like there's always something knocking at the door that wants my attention. And it's myself. And I can choose whether somebody else is involved or not. I have broken my own boundaries. Okay, like I
That's why
know
I
that I
wrote
have.
it. The boundaries with myself. Because why do I have to respond to a text when I'm busy? I don't know why I feel the need to break a promise to myself when I'm creating, when I'm preparing myself for the biggest stage, when I have bigger fish to fry. Everything else can wait. That's when we are wrong, you and I, because we're cancers. We're caring, we're loving, we're giving. We want to we want to save everybody, which is why we have this career. Yes, we can help you. Yes, we can heal you. But guess what? Yes, you can also wait till we're done with what we're doing or book a session with each of us. And it sounds to many people selfish, but is it really selfish when you to put yourself first?
No, it's efficient and it makes sense. Like whenever I stop thinking about what other people, whenever I stop seeing myself through other people's eyes, it just makes I just do whatever makes the most sense. Always.
Exactly, because you're
Oh,
just
lately I
what?
have this charged energy in me right now. If you can't tell. Ooh.
I'll send it to
Yeah,
you. Yeah, you're
just
you're in the good energy right now, and we're talking hard topics that people don't want to accept because
no,
they
this is kind of painful. It is like I wouldn't say painful, but it's
feel
very
it.
charged. Like I'm feeling the just a lot. I'm feeling the lot of emotions that come
I mean, I feel
with
attacked by
boundaries.
myself all the time. That's the word. I feel attacked by my own dumb self sometimes. And I hate talking names to me, but I'm like, You know better. The only person that can hurt you is yourself. And by not choosing yourself, you hurt. I repeat, when you not choose yourself and you choose to please the other people is when you hurt more. Because I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself.
Mm.
Another thing, codependency is real. Codependency is real, and those, and because we have so, our purpose, Sky, is worldwide. This is for the collective, is for the future generations. It's soul pure purpose. I feel it. I cannot give my energy to one person only, unless we have that special time, right? I will get to you, but they need to understand that we're here for bigger things. I feel it. Then why would I come between that? If anybody comes between that and your beliefs, I wouldn't want that person. What do you think?
Mhm. Yeah, respect. It's so important to have that respect. The self-respect of like this is truly what I'm deciding, and then the respect of the other person that says I want the best for you and I support you in whatever you need. And if that means I need to use this time as an opportunity to love myself instead of pulling on you, like that's respect. So I think that's really important. That's a beautiful practice. That is a beautiful practice.
That is beautiful. Respect. I literally put it here. I will be respected in all that I'm doing because at the end of the day, I will respect it. I want the best for everybody around me. Even if I don't know you, I want you to know I'm cheering for you. And if I know you and you don't like me, I still want what's best for you because Matt, I mean, it's in the Bible. Matt 7:7, I forgive those that have hurt me in order for me to be able to receive. So I have
Amen.
no hate in my body. It's irrelevant to me. Everybody just does from where they are in their lives, and I understand that. But because of that, I know that I can't let your demons haunt me. That's why they need to heal. They need
I've
to.
actually experienced recently, like I feel like I'm really knowing this so well because just recently I felt like I needed to make a decision for my own peace and for where I wanted to move in life. And so I took a few days to really think about it, and I went to this person and I said, "Hey, this is where I'm at, and I need to have less time with you." Like it was a breakup, you know? So this is what I need for myself, and I love you. This is with respect. It's not with anger and disappointment and like you're wrong. It's this is what I need for me. And he smiled and he's like even in the painful things it's so easy to to smile for you because you're doing what you need for yourself, and having that respect, it's like we were
Yeah.
able to part and have love still. So, but there is still like grief, that this is, yeah, this is
Grief,
my.
fear, and pain are the hardest thing to process in the human body. And I experienced it all. So what I did was numbed it with drugs for years. And now that I'm sober, it's like, how do I get rid of this grief? Where's the cocaine? Who can get me drugs? Because that was how I dealt with these issues before. I don't like this grief feeling, but these are emotions that we have to continue to experience because we're all going to die. We're going to have loved ones that get hurt. We're going to be experiencing all this human. It's fun. Being human is this the most fun game full of emotions. But when you can control and make decisions from the heart, the grief becomes a little less and the pain because you're choosing yourself.
And then what you do with that is you make art with it. That's what I've been doing. It's like I have this grief, and even though the decision was so good, it's like this energy is still here.
The
So I'm going to
pain.
turn it into something beautiful. So I'm
Beautiful.
doing my poetry and I'm dancing the grief, and I'm just really accepting myself fully, no matter what feeling is happening right now.
That's beautiful. Because, like I said, I've done some hard decisions that it might make me look and feel, make others feel like they're not important. Everyone is important, but you're only as important as what I'm doing right now. So imagine that. If I'm not taking myself serious, how can I take you serious? You should be like, wow, she really loves what she's doing so much that she's focusing on that. That means she loves me. That's how I want, at least that's how my husband sees it, because he doesn't come in between anything that I'm doing. He knows that the love and light in me is for the world. And I love that he doesn't come between that, because you either with me or you're out of my life. And I don't care if you're against me, but don't come on my way, because I'm focused. You know, when you're laser focused, don't try to pull my energy. I feel like sometimes I have all this arrows thrown out at me and I'm just like Pocahontas.
Hoya,
No,
hoya,
no,
huh,
no, no, no,
ja.
protecting my energy. And then I saw this reel yesterday, which I love it. I bring my energy back to me, and you'll see me at night just cleaning my energy. But I mean, I'm giving my energy to my life coach clients, to my athletes, to my workout gear, to my business partners. I'm constantly giving. So guess what? When I have time for me, I don't want to be bothered. I need to recharge. I need to plug in like my little butt. I wish I had a little charger that I can just, I guess that's called a vibrator. Well, whatever I can plug my body and my mind at. If you want to be graphical, that whatever recharges me to become the light.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Fill up your cup. And my cup overflows. That's I've been saying it. I've been filling up my own cup, and then it just naturally happens. I share myself in the perfect way with the perfect people at the perfect time. And it's because I'm nourishing me.
We're always at the right place at the right time. Opportunities come to us. Everything works out in our favor. Everything is possible for us when we are in alignment with what we should be doing, when we don't pay attention to the distractions. And honestly, for those around us, they should be proud of us and like, oh, this is my millionaire friend. I better let her do her thing. She's going to pick me up. And I mean, if whatever it is that you see. And another thing I've learned, I cannot put all like my life or my decisions or the love on someone else. I think that's what humanity is mistaken. Like, I'm
Hmm.
going to go to Kai today and she's going to fix me like immediately. I need her. And, you know, and then from there, just because she's okay, I'm going to take all my light. Help, you know, that is not how it works. We help you find yourself back so you're in control and you're not searching for that happiness outside. We don't want you to be codependent of us either. We just want
Hmm.
you to see the love and light inside of us because it's already inside of you. But people just need to tap into it, right?
Yes. That is exactly what we do. That is so important to recognize that when you're coming into a session with a life coach or a tantra practitioner or a spiritual healer of some sort, it's not this is where you have to go every single time to heal. This is we are giving you the vibration so that you can remember it and so that you can reach it in your own practice, in your own life. So you come to us and we guide you there. We meet you where you're at and we guide you to that higher plane so that when you do leave, you pick up on that navigation. You know, you kind of learn it yourself. And so when you have the opportunity, you practice, you take a deep breath. You remember that affirmation and you say it to yourself or you put on that song and you dance it out, you know, whatever it is. You don't need us to be around all the time to, give you that. Our minds either. You know, you,
Right.
you
No, no,
see
no.
it
And
and
our
you adopt
practice.
it.
No, and it's inside of you. That's what I tell everybody. Once you discover it, but it does take practice. We practice every day. That's what I tell people. I
Yeah.
life coach myself every 24/7. I'm constantly my own freaking hype woman. That's why I can be everybody else hype woman. I do my mirror work as soon as I wake up. I do my meditation. I do my journaling. It's a constant work. I'm just telling you what works for me and what's gonna work for you because I give you the tools, like you said, a compass, a GPS. This is what we're going to do. But guess what? The path is yours. You have to find your path at your rhythm. That's why some people are great with 2 sessions, 3 sessions. Some people, we might need to go this 1 year, and I'm going to have to hold your hand, which is what we're here for, obviously. But know that the end goal is for you to do it on your own. It's like me. I go to the gym.
Absolutely.
It works. It's the same with the mind, the body, and the soul. That's why I like to keep this combination of everything, because we are machines at the end of the day. But what matters is your heart and your mind. That when you then the body follows. But if I go to the gym, my coach can't be glued to me 24/7. He's gonna write down the routine. He's gonna teach me the form maybe 3, 5, 15 times, because I do mess up or don't pay attention. And then he expects me, I'm sure, that by the third month I know the form at least. Then we can progress. Is the same with a mindset
Yes.
coach, is the same with a tantric healer. You have to put in the work. He can't eat the right diet. I have to, right? I'm responsible for what I put in my body.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah,
tell
we
me
can't
what
we
to eat.
this is the perfect time to talk about momentum,
Mhm.
because when we think of when I think of the horse, I think of momentum.
Yes.
That word has just been lingering around me for I don't know how long, maybe a day or so. But momentum, okay, we can start with momentum in somewhere that you don't want it to be. Okay, because momentum is not something that you do, it is something that you allow. And so, are you going to allow momentum to build up in that conflicting energy of anger and resentment? Are you going to keep letting it snowball and, get bigger and bigger and, explode in other parts of your life? Or, I mean, how do you stop that? Stillness, of course. As soon as you feel that anger and that resentment, you be with yourself. You catch it early so it doesn't snowball and keep rolling, and then it's hard to contain. You be with yourself and you let it move through. But are you going to allow momentum to build up in your purpose, in where you want to be, with your values, with your senses? And I think that we're really good with, like, our place in the community is like we're really good with helping people get that momentum, because you might not know where to start and you might not know what to do, but you start coming to some sessions, you start going and really being present and wanting to make progress, and then that gets the ball rolling so that you can create that lifestyle and experience that you want to live in life.
A lot of people just get momentum by listening to the podcast. They tell me all the time, "Oh my God, yeah, I feel so much better after I listened to somebody that was going through the same thing," or "I thought I was the only one that needed to set a boundary." Whatever comes out of this podcast, I think that momentum awareness is the end of the year, but people don't understand the horse year does not start until February. So right now we're still shedding. That's why it feels heavy. That's why we're recommending to be in stillness, like Kai's doing. She's living the moment. She's not planning ahead. Right now is that transition where the last layer of skin from snake year is it's fallen. And if all you did was sit down and relax for the year and did not go into the decluttering of your closet, you didn't declutter your heart, you didn't declutter your feelings, it's going to build momentum on old habits. Is that really what you want? What I practiced yesterday, instead of what am I thinking now, when one of that negative thoughts come, or overthinking or worried, right? Because of course I have a lot happening in January, and it gets like fear and excitement, same feeling. I try to stay excitement. I ask myself, instead of what am I thinking now, or what am I gonna do when this moment come, or panic, I go, am I aware? Am I aware? And I ask myself this question. Am I aware? Awareness is key. How am I feeling? Why am I feeling like this? I got this. Awareness is key to success.
Mm.
Once you get back home and realize, oh, I was overthinking for no reason, over worried, this is going to be okay. And the moment you're aware, your mind brings you back to your current moment instead of letting it wander on all the possibilities that can happen, even good or bad. Sometimes it's not. I tell people, if you want to think the best case scenario, think about it happening now, not 5 years from now. And Kai can confirm that being present is the essence. You can't create tomorrow if you're not here with us today in this moment. Right here, right now, baby. This is it. This is all it is. This is all it exists at this moment. Where you at right now, you can start. And we can help you every day. Now for the new year, that is not the horse year. Kai came up with a very interesting theory. She actually shocked me before we started the podcast. Why don't you tell us your plans for New Year's Eve? How do you plan to receive the new year?
I have been living in a way where everything is happening as as they happen. And there's plenty of things I know that I could look up and create for the new year. But really, I'm just allowing myself to receive intuitively what it is that I'm going to be doing. Like I can imagine a bonfire, maybe some friends, maybe I can also imagine a quiet night with a campfire right in my backyard by myself with tea and spirit. I can imagine dancing and like there's 1,000 things that I can imagine doing and imagine 1,000 practices that I can imagine doing that would be good for me. To set intention and things. That's gonna happen regardless. The way that I'm living right now, it's everything is naturally bringing me into my journal. Everything is naturally guiding me into nature, into these experiences, into like spiritual festivals and aligning with very beautiful people to have just a moment of conversation with. So for New Year's, that's how I'm moving into it. I'm flowing. I'm allowing myself to be divinely guided. There's no big special shebang. It is all calm and I will arrive at the right time once I get the message.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. The only thing that we want everybody to do, and I think we talked about it, is journaling. You mentioned it, so important. We both just life coach each other by saying how much it hurt but to put boundaries because we feel like an armor. But in reality, we're breaking boundaries with ourselves by not listening to our gut, by not listening to those feelings that you said, whatever, letting that in made us feel and letting it out. So for me, it's going to be a journal and an audit on things that I should not overthink. Where did I abandon myself? What patterns cost me peace? What am I ready to stop tolerating? What am I proud of that nobody saw, right? Other questions you can ask is, what do I forgive myself for? Because we carry so much, remorse and guilt. You want to leave all that in 2025. 1000%. Don't carry any remorse. Very big on quantum. So you know me in the quantum leaping. So we write three things maybe that who do you want to become? What promises am I making to myself? Am I the version that doesn't negotiate anymore, that is the highest version of myself? Every day you can quantum leap and become that person. Every day. You're like one choice away of acting and behaving as your highest self. Who's stopping you? You! That's the only ritual that I recommend to do. Leave behind what you don't like. And again, You can only leave behind what you don't like about you. You can't change nobody else. I can pray here to my Archangel Michael and every single heaven and earth, and they're not gonna listen to me because I can only change me. That is the biggest thing you gotta leave behind. If I can give you an advice, stop worrying about absolutely whatever the fuck anybody else is doing and worry about what you're gonna do. You. The rest will follow. How many times we want to control people and make them act a certain way?
Ugh. Oh man.
There is no fucking spell that we can be out there with the freaking candle up my ass and light it up on the moon and show my titties. I've done it all. And the moon water, nothing's going to help somebody go to the gym. I'm telling you right now. If they don't want to go to the fucking gym, they're not going to go to the gym. I've been trying to tell my husband all 3 years, for 3 years now, to get his ass in the gym, and it's in the garage. He's not going to listen to me. I quit. I mean, that's his choice, right? I can't. I can't. What are we going to do, Davey? Who's around you, you choose, and give money to love. That's my advice. If you want to be abundant, wear yellow undies. I don't know if you know this one. Wear yellow undies, Kai. That's for abundance. Did you know about yellow?
Well, yeah, yeah. If you saw the chariot card, it's just beaming with yellow.
Yeah.
Also, the sun, the sun is beaming with yellow too. And I went to the Keratin Festival in Atlanta, I think a week ago, and all their walls downstairs were just bright yellow. The food was bright yellow because they had so much turmeric in it, and I was like, how can you not be happy in this place?
And
Because it
turmeric
is
is
just
so good for you.
radiating joy. This yellow is like, I'm drowning in love and sunlight and happiness.
Now that you mentioned turmeric is fucking yellow, and I used to love turmeric rice, and it made me so less bloated. Yellow, 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 yellow is the color of abundance. Make it. I have a lace $14 set that I got in Amazon. I always wear yellow at midnight because it's abundance. I don't need to find love. I'm fully loved by myself unconditionally, and I already have a partner, so I'm done. Please, Channing Tatum, don't even try to come and hit on me in 2026.
Unless.
Unless you want to quit. If you want to give me a dance, but I am detaching. How about that? I am detaching from my hall pass and letting it go. So that means, you know what that means is happening. It's happening. He's going to come and have sex with me. But I'm already detached. I'm detached from the outcome. I'm no longer going to be obsessed with him. I'm no longer gonna be obsessed. I've been obsessed with him long enough. I'm gonna let him go. He's gonna come to me. I don't chase. I attract. What's for me
It's
will
not
always
what I thought. You know what that means? He's gonna come in.
fuck me. He's gonna fuck me. And my husband knows this too. He's very aware that man and I are twin flame. Twin fucking flame.
I think what you were saying earlier, like all the practices that you were saying and the questions that you were asking, I think that is a wonderful practice for everybody to get into. Because it's so important to know your values and to know your senses, and the way that you're going to do that is talking to yourself and knowing yourself and feeling yourself. So yeah, definitely do put yourself in the alignment, in the position to be exposed to that, to see your own values and feel yourself fully.
And it's okay to change. Change is good. If you stay the same, what I mean, that's you. I'm not the same. Kai from January 1st of 2025 to Kai December 29, 2025. Are you even near remotely the same person?
Completely different. Completely. Like the knowledge and stuff. I love her. I love my past self. She is beautiful, and everything that she was is has gotten me to who I am now. So much appreciation for my past self, but I love to see how much I've grown this year. It is a huge jump from where I was before. Like the doubt and the worthlessness and like just all these thoughts and feelings that were so stuck up inside of me have just now completely transformed into this beautiful confidence this beautiful self-worth to where I love myself so deeply. It's so easy to receive that from the world. It's a big difference. I'm glowing now too. I mean, it's like before I felt so dull. I felt like everything
Well,
was
you were a little
pale and
pale. You were more
stale.
pale. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it's because, darkness, right? Darkness overpower the light. But when you learn how to walk with your darkness, which is what we've been doing all year long, we became light.
Yeah.
You
There's a
become.
balance now. It's
It's on
definitely a
your name.
balance.
It was becoming a version that you're proud of, and I'm not done. I'm still becoming. I'm being, actually, and every day I evolve, and I don't want people to think, oh, but you're such a this and that. I don't care what you think about me, because I know what I think about me. I like me, I love me, I'm whole, I am complete now. Okay, I work really, really hard. And this is not a one from January to 9. They don't understand we've been doing this work for our entire life. We went
Absolutely.
there. We went there. You and I went there on my last event. We had to go get ourselves out of the closet where we monsters. You took them to the monsters. You make them visualize the worst part of themselves. So we had to go and heal horrible parts of our lives that happen. We don't hate them. Like I said, I love January me. I love her too, but she had no idea she was going to become this, and now I'm so happy that we're here. I'm thanking
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
And the whole part of that was to realize that the monster that you saw as a monster was really just a child, or was really just a part of yourself that needed to be loved. And so we went into it thinking that it was going to be this scary monster, but really you left out of the closet hugging this golden ally of yourself.
Yeah, the parts that we did not like about ourselves is the best parts of us. As you said it, that you said that in the closet where I took them in, was those parts that people put it there because they judged it. But that was your creative self. That was your most valuable thing that people make fun of you. That's what's gonna make you rich. It's like you never know because of letting outside thoughts and people that shut up the noise. Shut the noise. And if people leave your life when you're in this journey of self love and growth, they are not your people. It's that simple.
Yeah, I have this exercise, and I'll just say just a little bit of it, like a little snippet in case anybody's interested
Yeah,
in
go ahead.
practicing this. But it is the practice of, I mean, for one, reparenting, but also giving back what is not yours. So, like a belief that you have, we can say a belief around money. Okay, I have the belief that money is evil and that you can never, or that you'll never have enough money. Okay, I'll never have enough money. There's just not enough money in the world and I'll never have it. And I think about, where did I get this from? And then I see my mom, and I see her, always saving or working hard to have something, but always saying, okay, we don't have enough money for anything that you want, or for this need. And so the visualization that comes in is, you pull her in, you feel, you say it, and then you just say, this is not mine. Take it with you. Take it back with you. And then you see that over and over again. And you might see your mom or whoever it is that's like, no, you keep it. You have to have that boundary of like, this is not mine. This is yours. And then bring in a newer belief, which is, I'm so deserving of money. Money is There's
Everywhere.
plenty of money in the world, and I deserve to handle that and, get what I need and desire with that route.
That is such a great exercise because I never thought to leave the peasant people there. And the word is peasant because I don't like the word scarcity or lack mindset. No, if you're going to act like a peasant, your life will be peasant. And I leave that for the people that have limiting beliefs and they don't want to grow, or they don't see themselves doing anything better they think that they just have to hustle. I was in that hustle mentality too. And even though I have a lot going on and my schedule is busy, I'm still doing what I love. So it doesn't feel like hustle. It doesn't feel like force. I'm not working for a paycheck because that's not what we do. I mean, you're in the same line of business. What people don't understand, and I said it on my last podcast. If you put if what you do is just for that end result, then you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're supposed to be working for joy, for purpose, for helping others.
Service, not selling.
Thank you.
Service.
For service.
So I want to ask you, okay. And I scheduled an appointment, a consultation with
Oh, she
you.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, for something kind of similar to what I was just talking about. I kind of went into a little exercise for myself just then, truly. But about self-worth and making money and being valued. Because I think that I'm doing things that are all coming together in a beautiful way when it comes to finances and whatnot. There's some maybe a little bit of doubt or fear here and there. But me speaking to you as a client to a life coach is like, I don't know if I need to just believe in myself more and see that things are happening, or if there's something that maybe you have that I need to hear when it comes to money and being valued. Because I feel like I'm still not seeing my work. I feel like I'm still not receiving value in the way that I wish that I could. That would
Well,
support me into being more for the community.
well, yeah, you have to be friends with money. That's when that will become a whole session, or where we connect with money, where money is your friend. And I repeat this all the time to myself. I have this ritual where I do the mirror work, and money is my friend. Money is chasing me because I am aligned with abundance. Money is my friend. Money in my hands does good for the world, because then money is welcome and you're opening the doors. Every time that you think of lack, and like I said, person, or your limited beliefs, you had your mom telling you we have not enough money. We grew up Mexicans, there's food at home. No, I go and eat at my favorite restaurant at least once a week to remind myself that money is available. Money is there for me. And guess what? Money's always coming. Money's always coming, one way or another. I didn't do nothing this week. And I was telling Belky when I dropped her my worker, look, I made money. I don't even know. I was so excited that I got a deposit today. I don't even know what I sold, but I have my clothes now in a store. It's like the money's going to align when you let it in. You have to understand that abundance is your birthright. There's nothing that you need to be doing more or working harder. You just need to know that money is in with you. It's already in your account. And then you'll do a visualization. And I will send you a blockage meditation that I love for money. And it just appeared. I've even done the ones where you put an amount, but you have to be very specific. That's where people don't get it right. You have to write the amount or the incomes, because you can't just say, if you feel abundant, like to me, money is a free meal, money is a roof, money is, so then you're grateful for all you have, right? But if you really want to see those zeros in your account or checks coming in, then say, and I have it saved, which is my favorite. I'm going to give it to you all. This one's my money meditation and my money affirmation, and I'll copy paste it for you to say it every day. It's beautiful. Universe, God, whatever you believe in, show me. Show me what is the largest amount of money that I can receive today in the most magical way, in the easiest way, in the fastest way. Show me. Show me how I can get money today. Because at the end of the day, if you're not looking for it and letting it come in, it's not gonna appear. The big, Tony Robbins, all of them, they say, show me money. And then they will find a penny. They will find, that's just little signs that are coming. But you have to treat money like it's your friend, is your best friend. And you're going to start getting it in many ways. You get free stuff all the time, I assume, right? When from groceries to everything is money if you think about it. But if you really want money to appear in your account, you have to be very specific. Like I've been doing this for, I want to say, and I show it in every podcast, is right here every day. This is part of my morning ritual. A whole notebook. Every day I write down, I am so happy and so grateful now that I have multiple incomes. And guess what? I have multiple incomes. Money just comes to me in multiple ways, one
Woo.
way or another.
Yeah,
That's
okay, so that being specific, yeah, because I am abundant. Like I am really abundant, and it comes in many forms.
hmm.
But the part about being most specific, I think that really helps. And it is that, like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm gonna do the most beautiful things. I'm going to become the best version of myself, and that's gonna be the best medicine that I can give to the world. So
Yeah, and go buy a scratch off. Like, if you're really open, Neville Goddard, all of the people that I learned, Louise Hayes, all of this big manifest, and they keep winning trips, they keep winning lottery tickets, they keep winning because they they felt abundant, but they were talking about specific things, a trip to the Bahamas. When you manifest somebody to call you or something to happen, you're specific, right? You think of that person. You put an amount. I have an amount here of what I want to make a month, and I read this every day. Like, you have to be specific. And
I have
also,
2 big pages that I read every day, that I have read since the beginning of this year, and I know that, I mean, they're all already coming to fruition, but I'm I'm so excited. And
yeah.
for Christmas last year, you know what I wrote
What?
to Santa Claus? Because Santa's a spirit.
It
I
is. It
mean,
is.
you're putting out this intention. So I speak to Santa. I write my letter. Okay, Santa, this is what I want, and it's definitely fortified. So, but I said I want to be at a retreat next year. Like, tell me, give it to me. Let it be fortified. It is definitely mine. This is what I want for Christmas. And then here I am about to be doing a retreat in
I know
April.
you told me. I'm so excited.
It's
And that's the first one of many. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for me writing multiple incomes, like I lost my corporate income and now I'm getting incomes from a million things that I'm doing, right? It can be life coach sessions, it could be my retail clothes, it could be an event, it could be gifts. Like my mother-in-law sent me money out of nowhere. Money's always coming in my account because money loves me. That's how I see it. That's the only reason you monetize, when you are open to receive it from any source and say it from a magical source. Surprise me, and I guarantee you somebody's gonna be like, I don't know, can I give you $1,000 to for a session, or getting gifts from the universe? But be specific if you want it to be monetized. For me, it's more doors opening at this time, and all those things, that I am being at the right place at the right time, which we always are, right? And that's amazing. The retreat is huge. It's the good energy retreats are definitely coming. So let's put that on the universe. You're gonna do amazing on this one. I saw it.
We should get together around a fire and put our intention out there together, because imagine what we can manifest as very powerful, aware women, goddesses, coming together and creating this intent. Like, this was just me. I just wrote this down. It was like, Santa, hear me.
Oh no, everything that I write becomes a reality. I keep telling everybody, you can ask my best friend, you can I force everybody to write. And my life coach clients, they have a gratitude journal, and they have manifested sizes, weight. Me too. I talk to my food and say this is gonna burn fat, build muscle. But you have to
Yeah.
write it. I put an amount, and it's writing, because do you remember when kids got grounded? Do you remember when you were in trouble in school? Do you remember The Simpsons? What do they make Bart do to teach him a lesson? Right on the board, on the chalkboard. That's how The Simpsons start. He's writing on a chalkboard 70 times. I would not do this. Well, how about I would do this? How about you change the narrative and write 70 times what you do want and what you do gonna do, and that would trick your subconscious to attract it faster. So write it, baby girl. I have $1 million in my account. Write it, and you will. It's already there. It'd be like, $1 million trip, I guess. Here we come. It's nothing. You know, nothing is impossible. We might have. I mean, I've scared my husband with things that I've manifested. It's just so. It's easy. Yesterday, in my mind, I visualized the Instacart people arriving and my dog going crazy, and there it is. I saw it before it happened. I fucking opened the door, and I swear I was like, I did this. Thank God I didn't manifested him biting them, because he was ready to lounge. I said, I guarantee you, I'm gonna open this door as these people are walking in with my groceries, and it happened, Kai. And it was just a nod from the universe. What you think and what you say happens.
Damn it. It gets me so, it's so funny because I'm so sarcastic. So something
Stop
bad will happen and I'm like, great.
it.
And then the
No.
universe is like, oh, you like that?
Stop it. Cut it. It is literally, no matter what you might, it's so funny. That is my card of the day. Change your mind, change your life. No matter what you might have manifested, you can change it. So cancel it out with one small positive thought, then another. Because I'm often being a little not pessimistic, but I was like, no, that's not going to work out. But then immediately say, no, it worked out. It's perfect. I'm amazing. You
Accept it.
accept
Yeah.
it, because that will manifest quick. A lot of people, when they say I'm feeling sick, they I immediately say, no, cancel it out. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I feel terrific. If something
Yeah.
hurts, I immediately give it love. If some part of your body is hurting, say it. Oh, I'm so healthy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't even say my shoulder don't hurt, because that's also wrong.
Yeah, but saying it and then not acting on it is like very dumb, because if you say it and then you still continue to drink really bad things for you, if you're sick and you say, oh, I feel I'm so healthy, and then you're eating things that aren't really good for you, it's like you're feeding into this illusion, and then you're just secretly getting really ill away from your own awareness.
Well,
So
that's
make
true.
sure, yeah, so just
That's
make
why
sure to be
affirmation,
very aware. It's like, okay,
mindfulness. Is that
I
what
am.
we call integration?
Oh yeah. Say it, and so when you affirm yourself, that affirm it in the moment that you are that. So when you're drinking tea that has herbs like ginger and things of that sort, then you say, I am healthy, I am thriving, I release any sickness and disease, and I bring in ease and love and vitality. Like say it into your tea, say it into your healthy meal that's medicine for you, you know? Say it when
Yeah.
you're on that walk or when you're sitting in nature.
Yeah, say this workout is going to turn me super hot, and it will, because guess what? You're going to keep showing up. You're going to do a second workout, because just wanting the hot body and not going to the gym, it's a little contradicting. You
Oh
have to
yeah.
do into intention. How do we call it? Action. Intuitive action is what we spiritual people call it. If you want to, when you're so vibrating so high, you're going to take the action to match your vibration. That's exactly what it is. I can't tell somebody I love you and then I'm going to throw a punch at them. Doesn't make sense. Your actions have to match your words.
That's integrity. That is integrity. You're just a lie if you're doing anything different. It's
I mean, I sometimes do punch with love, but that's just that was just the Latina in me
Of
throwing the
course, the integrity is so important.
yes,
I
that
think
is
that's
what
like the best value to really have.
I want to leave everybody with my daily sun. I need to do I don't need I am going to be outside more 2026. I think it'll be beautiful if we just say a couple of our intentions for the new year for ourselves, because again, I can't make anybody else do what I do. I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do and what I'm purposed to do. I only read one book this year. Not disappointed. I'm proud of myself way more than the year before, but I do plan to be reading more and also being outside. And when I'm in the sun, because we need more sun, we need that vitamin in our sun is so good for us, in the grass and our air and just nature, like Kai is doing. She's doing the right things. That's why she's glowing. I don't even know. literally a goddess, and it's for being outside. So I go out there in the sun every morning after I'm drinking my electrolytes. I know you're doing that too every morning. You wake
Yep.
up, you hydrate your body, you take action. Then I put my hand on my heart and another one on my belly. And then I say, I now release everything holding me back from receiving more love, more joy, and more abundance in my life now. I am open, I am ready, and I am loved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is just my everyday. Every day I open myself for infinite possibilities because I create my reality. What are your intentions for 2026, Kai? Could be just one.
I don't really have anything.
Yeah,
Like the way the my life recently, just the way that things have been, it's been very quiet and very soft. And so I usually speak it all out and express it all out, but today there's n- uh, there's no force.
good.
There's just peace and stillness and being fully being.
Yeah, just being. That's why I just want to be outside, be with me, be home, be at peace with who I am and who I am becoming. That is the becoming. You are becoming, and that's why it feels so soft. And that's how it's supposed to feel. Life should not feel forced, it should just flow.
Things are so raw. You know, like the snake skin has come off and now there's this new layer and it's still so
Fresh.
new. It's still so, yeah. So
Feels
it's like my heart feels so raw right now. And so all of me just feels so exposed right now. I feel like the bare trees,
I
like
mean, you
everything
are
is
in a
done.
podcast, so we are very
Like,
exposed. We are
yeah,
putting ourselves out there for the collective, and we're very open. That's what we're ready to receive. We're open and we're not shutting down. I just want you to continue to shine on your
yeah.
own light because you are very light. You're very bright light, and we need you. Obviously, the world needs you. So for as long as God and the universe let us be in our physical bodies, I think we need to continue this journey. And don't worry about having any intentions. I don't want anybody in the podcast to worry about having a vision right now. Vision boards should not even be touched right now. You should not even be putting no uh resolutions. You're not going to be in the gym January 1st being a freaking six pack. New moons and
Just
February horse year. Wait,
yeah.
let it all come to you.
Just be with it. Just
Be
be with it and give yourself what you need.
rest
But it is like these seasons. The season that we're in is so
still.
it is, and it's so refining. It's like my integrity is being so refined into a beautiful point, and it's like just like
Clarity.
the seasons.
It's
If you
clarity.
go, yes, absolutely. But when you sit outside and you change with the seasons, it is just so much easier that way. It's like we went through fall and we had all these things that we were harvesting, of
Yeah.
course, getting all the fruits that
Yeah.
we set in spring, but also letting all the things fall away. And now we're in winter and there's just so much bareness, so much exposure. And that's when we cuddle ourselves and the people we love. And we get warm and we drink our warm teas and we light our candles and we just be quiet and we just listen and it's so sweet.
You know, that's my favorite affirmation. In stillness, I receive. The more I relax, the more I receive. Because I told you in one of our sessions that we had outside, I don't know when to stop. I just keep going. I like the Energizer Bunny. But then I know in my core that when I relax, everything happens for me.
How lucky.
How lucky are we
How
to
lucky.
be sharing this space, and forever grateful for the universe to bring us together and for you to take in the time. She thought she was going to have a life coach session and I turned it into a podcast, y'all. Poor thing. But now
This is amazing. This is
I'm going to
perfect.
give her all the money tricks, don't worry, so she is abundant. You are abundant. Just believe it and you shall receive it. It's in the Bible.
Absolutely.
Whatever you believe, you will receive. So
Every day it's confirmation of how abundant I am living
yeah,
every
I'm
day.
in front of you. I'm money, baby. So
Experiences like this, aligning with you and your light and your love and being able to create something together, that is something that just lights my heart up. So much abundance in every opportunity.
2026 is the year. In 2025, we planted the seeds. 2026 is the year we are seen, heard, and felt. So just move with that groundness. So whenever we grow like a tree, you're grounded. Like the roots. We have to keep our roots in the ground so we can become this beautiful orchid or whatever you want to be, flower, tree. It's going to grow for generations. That's how I want to leave. I want to leave a generational wealth and generational message. It is done.
I know that we're ending this.
Hmm.
This is the snake year, and it's moving out of it, I know, but this whole year has been amazing because I went to a kirtan festival, and there was just hundreds of people in this room chanting all the same, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, over and over again in song and dance, and everybody was dancing and singing, and I just felt the snake, the kundalini just
Hmm.
moving all through me. And it was like the most beautiful conversation with myself. The mind was completely witnessing. And it was just all I could see was this beautiful, dark, purple, reddish energy moving through me like the most like sensual snake, full body sensation, like I was a snake. And so I'm really excited to see what the horse feels like at the end of next year.
Well, don't worry. I already had the horses come to me when I was recording downtown, so I knew, hi, you're around
Yay!
the corner. They came to me,
That's
and I've
my
never been
year.
in a horse. Never been in a
You
horse.
know
I'm,
that's
I'm
my
rat.
Chinese zodiac.
Oh, I'm rat. So I think it already happened. Only good happened to us. Only good things happen to us. Repeat.
And Jupiter just went
Oh, Cancer.
retrograde
Yeah.
and it's gonna go back to Cancer again.
I mean, if we're the luckiest, most richest bitches, it's gonna be Cancer people. So if you have Cancer in any of your houses, actually book a session. I'm gonna end this with your information. I need to go do a vert chart with you.
Oh yeah.
She can read that for all of my followers. She can probably do it virtual too.
Yeah,
Where
absolutely.
we can have because you're gonna want to know if you have Cancer on your house, because Cancer is the luckiest sign of 2026. It's everywhere in astrology. Everybody's saying Cancer, Gemini, Sagittarius, and I think is one more, but I stopped listening after Cancer and Gemini because those are my besties, and I sign. So we're rich. Bestie, pack your bags. And it has been a
Woo!
really abundant year. I mean, I went to Greece. My traveling is not going to stop. It's one part of my life. It's my abundant self. So I'm going to keep
Yeah.
enjoying that. I just need that. No, I don't need it. I have the private jet where we can travel in convenience now. The
Yes,
G.E.S.
all of the world. All of the
All
world
over the
needs us every little bit. Could love us if we
Yes.
let them. If we just showed up to it, which we are.
G.E.S. Sister of Light. Give everybody their blessing for the new year, please, if you can guide us with a prayer.
May we all open our mind, body, and spirit to be a channel for the highest grace, to be a channel for our highest selves, to lead ourselves with faith and love and integrity, to be the shining light that warms others in every room we step into. Let us connect and love and rest in this truth and in this purpose. Amen.
Amen. The love and the light you see in us already lives inside of you. Please contact us if you need us. We're more than happy to help. We are working all 2026. We love what we do. We love you unconditional. And if you don't believe in anything, we want you to believe in yourself. Love them kisses, you gorgeous girl.